I want to welcome all our Asha Radio listeners to today's segment on financial wealth management. The reason we decided to do this is because everybody had questions regarding to financial wealth and how to save money. So we reached out to a good friend of ours, Mr. Mathew Paul, who works with Malayayalee Financial, and he graciously took our invitation and decided to come in today. So thank you for coming in.
Oh, it's so good to be here.
And welcome to Asha Radio.
Oh, thank you.
This is your first time here, right?
No, it's the second time. I was interviewed before, and
Awesome.
so this is second time. So I'm very happy to be back here.
Awesome. So, Mathew, the reason why you're here is because not only me, but a lot of our Asha Radio listeners have a lot of questions regarding wealth management and savings and everything. So, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to jump into the most pressing matter of our times.
Let's do it.
The markets are going down. Mm-hmm. Interest rates are going up. The prices of eggs are going up as well. And I can't afford breakfast at this point. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it doesn't matter what trade, what wealth income bracket you fall into, everybody's feeling the effects of inflation and price changes and everything. Gas prices are going high. So saving money isn't as easy as it used to be. What would be your advice to people who are trying to save money in this climate, in this current market?
Oh, okay. So what you said is right. It's very difficult to save money because of inflation and stuff like that. And we expect the inflation to come down eventually, but it's going to be a difficult task at least in the short term. So we always recommend people that they need to know where the money is going, right? So we recommend people creating a budget, and let's put together a whole list of where the money is coming in and where the money is going. And once you know where the money is going, you can start cutting things that you don't need, and then we can go from there. And especially in the times when the debt is going up, like the interest rates are going up, there are ways to reduce debt. And once you reduce debt, you will save a little bit more money.
Right. And you made a great point about saving money and reducing debt, because those are two different things, right? Because a lot of people have a lot of debt, but yet they make a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. And we see that because we work in the world of mortgage as well. We see people that make a significant income, but their debts are pulling them down. Everyone's situation is different, right? Every single person. You've been doing this longer than I've been a loan officer, or maybe way longer than that. So when it comes to a new client, what kind of a personalized approach do you take in figuring out what their needs are? Like what's your process in giving them a personalized experience?
Yeah, Steve. So we always tell people that it doesn't matter how much you make. It is all about how much you keep. Right. And so the first thing we do is to have a husband and wife come together if they are married and create a budget and try to track where the money is going. Right. And then we will put together what are the expenses that is taking them down. We will go through their debt load and put active ways to reduce your debt. And if you can reduce the debt, obviously you will keep me more into the hands of the people.
So to follow up on that question, does it matter what stage, or if they have debt, if they don't have debt?
No, it
is
doesn't
there
matter.
any time to start, or is there any time not to start saving money?
The best time to save money is today. Right. Actually, the best time was yesterday. And so at least we can start today. Right?
So I'm going to ask a question for myself too. A lot of people in their 20s and 30s don't prioritize saving money because they're thinking, I'm in my 20s, I want to travel the world, I want to buy a nice car, because these are things that they couldn't do. So they want to save money, but it's not up on that list. They're not prioritizing it. Why should 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds prioritize saving money more than anything else?
The only word I can tell you is compound interest. Mm-hmm. Albert Einstein once said that the compound interest is the seventh wonder, the eighth wonder of the world. And so if you can start saving a little bit. Now, when I say saving, I don't mean to put money in the bank. That doesn't help you with all the inflation. I'm talking about investing, either in the stock market, in the real estate, wherever it is. Mm-hmm. If they can start early and consistently over a longer period of time, they will have enough to retire at least comfortably in their older days.
Right. So, you mentioned, we were talking about it, and I was thinking about what you said about how you came to this country, and then you came with your family. You had $20 in your pocket.
Yeah, well, I came alone first.
You came alone, okay.
Yeah, I came to do my master's in mechanical engineering, and because of some confusion with the school system, I ended up having $20,
Right.
and it was tough.
Right.
And then as I made money, there was nobody to guide me to do the right thing. So I did things that I shouldn't do, like bought 2 brand new car, a brand new house with 0 down and stuff like that. It
Right.
didn't help me.
Right.
And then when we went through some tragedies in life, we really understood what is the actual effect of debt load in life.
Right.
And then my wife and I took an active step to pay off the debt, and the things that we learned is what we converted into what we are teaching our clients.
Right. And this is something that you mentioned that they don't teach in schools.
No.
They don't teach in colleges.
No.
They don't teach in even just for recreational purposes. Nobody goes out and says, hey, let me go out and learn how to save money. It's not explained in a simplified way to the 15, 16, 17-year-olds that are starting to work, or even the 20, 23, 24-year-olds that are just out of college. How important is it that, especially the people listening too, that, hey, let me take 5 minutes or 10 minutes of my day to just understand the basics of saving money? What's the most important thing you see?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. My high schooler, my oldest is in high school. He is learning how to dissect a frog, but he doesn't know how a taxation works in this country, right? And so, what we always tell people that if you are part of any group, any faith groups like churches or temples or any Malayali group or any group, make financial education an active role. I mean, you can see that in other parts of the society over here, but the schools are not going to teach you. So if parents and the society that we are involved in is not actively teaching the next generation, all the wealth that the first generation immigrants made will be lost pretty soon.
Right. So, and you're saying that they should teach it in schools, right? There should be a
so
right?
we started some classes at Quail Valley School over here.
Okay.
So my son and I, we went there and took some classes completely free, so that we can help the middle schoolers. But again, then the COVID came, and so we had to stop. So I highly encourage parents to take an active role, the society to take an active role to teach the kids, because schools are not doing it, and I don't think things will change anytime soon in the school system.
Right. So, and I'm going to ask you a question because I'm not aware of how this works either. So, and I know the answer is not going to be an easy, straightforward answer.
Okay.
But at my age, right, I'm very young, but at my age, in my 30s, I want to know, factoring in how the market is today, factoring in inflation, by the time I hit 65, 66, or 67, by the time I retire, ideally, how much money do you think an average 30-year-old should have 35, 36 years from now in order to have a safe and comfortable retired life?
Yeah, I cannot give you a one number on that one, right? Because what we do is we sit with people and try to understand what is their life looks like, right? If somebody has healthcare problems, they need much more money, right? I mean, somebody has 5 children versus 1, they need a different set of money. So what we do is we try to calculate how much money you need using some software that we have, and then we also use time value of money, inflation, all those factors are baked into that one, and then we will put a very small dollar per month. And so when you think about big numbers like million, 2 million, 3 million, it makes you shudder. But if you say that, hey, you put $200 a month, that is manageable, and when you consistently do it for a longer period of time, you will be able to have a comfortable retirement.
Because there's a lot of articles and a lot of websites that make you calculate how much money you need, and there are certain websites that I think recently there was an article about the average millennial has to save up at least $1.5 million by the time they're 65 in order to have a comfortable retired life. So those numbers scare people, and people think, I'm never going to get that, So what do you have to tell people that are scared of even investing because they're thinking, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. There's no way I can even put more than $100 or $50 aside every month. What kind of plan can we do for them?
It's a matter of priorities, Dave. Just like what you said, right? We make gym, healthcare, all those a priority. We will go to the gym and we exercise regularly. And if you eating is your priority, you go to all the restaurants at the very first day, right? But if you make saving and investing a priority, you will find a way to do it. It is a matter of consistent and having some help in doing it.
Right. And before we wind up, I wanted to just give you a chance to say, hey, this is the one thing that you need to focus on. So for our listeners, if they missed the first part of this interview, if they missed the first 10 minutes of this interview, if they're only listening to this last part, what's that one thing that they need to remember or they need to know if they don't know already about wealth management?
So most of the time we think that the wealth is all with the Rockefellers and the Walmarts and all those people, and that is not true. A study was done here in this country called Everyday Millionaires, where 80% of the people were first generation millionaires, and they started doing consistent investing throughout their life. So common people can win in this country. It is matter of saving and investing. Saving in the bank is not going to help. You have an emergency fund, and after that you need to invest in the stock market, you need to invest in the real estate, and that's how you grow your portfolio. So common people can win, and you can win if you take action today.
Awesome. And I really think that there's a lot more that we can cover, but I know Mr. Mathew's time is limited. I know our viewers' time is limited too. But I really want to thank you for your insight, Mr. Mathew, and the wonderful things you've shared with us today. And I know, not just me, I know our listeners and everybody here wants to know more about saving money, because it's imperative in times like these that people start saving money. If you'd like to get to know more about wealth management and understanding how to save money, or just get basic questions answered, Mr. Mathew and his team at MALAYALEE Financial are here for you. We're going to put their phone number on the screen, and we're going to have the website as well, where you can go and schedule a free consultation, right? Consultation completely free. And Mr. Mathew and his son are also trying to do more community events to spread the word and bring awareness to wealth management and saving money. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me and the Asha Radio. I look forward to hearing from you. And then if you have any questions, feel free to call us, email us. More than happy to guide your viewers.
And I can't wait for you to come back to the show again.
Yeah, well, always there for you.
Awesome. And thank you so much to our wonderful listeners. Please reach out to Mr. Mathew if you have any questions. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.